Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Adventures of one obsessed nutrition coach on a mission to create a world where food makes you better. Today's Friday, and it's our last episode of the week. And I think it's going to be interesting. Today we will be answering some of the questions I'm getting from you from all over the world too, but also from all over the web. And questions I'm getting on Instagram, on Twitter, from my clients, on Quora, where I love answering questions on Quora. It's a website, if you don't know about it yet, where you can ask questions on almost any topic, and sometimes you can get answers from really amazing experts, like even I think Elon Musk has his account on Quora. Kind of like Reddit, but in a different way. I think more for lay people, not techie people. I tried Reddit once and it just took me so much time trying to figure it out that I just gave up completely. So now I'm answering questions on Quora. Questions. So the first question is about protein. On my social media, you can see that I eat only once a day. I've been practicing it for at least 3 years consistently, on and off, more than that. And I eat somewhere around 100, 120, 140, but usually somewhere around 120 grams of protein per that meal. And yesterday I got a question. I actually am getting this question consistently from time to time. Aren't you afraid that you are not utilizing all the protein and you're just wasting it? Because some people say that you can only absorb 30 grams of protein per meal. So protein absorption. The only study that studied how much protein your body can efficiently utilize specifically for muscle building was done some time ago. And it was done exactly for that purpose, to figure out how much protein your body needs to maximize muscle building potential when you're actively trying to maximize your muscle mass, for example, when you are a bodybuilder. And so they used protein powders, and the studies showed that when you have a protein shake that has 30 grams of protein, you're gonna get some muscle synthesis benefits. But when you increase protein to 50 grams, you're not getting much more benefit from that protein shake. And so if you're trying to maximize muscle growth, if you are someone who is trying actively to build a lot of muscles and maybe even compete in a bodybuilding show, then probably consuming 30 grams of protein, 30 grams of protein every few hours would be your thing. Or maybe you're a professional athlete of some sort who doesn't want to waste muscle and want to maximize recovery and results. But if you're not a professional athlete, if you're not trying to build maximum amount of muscle, that does not apply to you. Plus, guys, you want to understand that in the study, they used protein shake. Protein from whey protein is absorbed by the body and utilized by the body really fast. It's like the fastest protein you can get into your body at this point. When it comes to whole food meal, for example, take me. I'm eating big meals with a lot of fiber, a lot of different fats and proteins, all coming from whole foods. And before my body can, or your body can utilize that protein, those 120 grams of protein, your body has to digest all the food. And the bigger the meal, the longer it takes to digest that food. I hope that makes sense. And also the more fiber the meal has, the more it takes to digest that food. And so if you apply everything you know about digestion of certain foods, certain proteins, fibers, then you'll understand that it takes a few hours to digest a big meal. So that protein is going to be released into my bloodstream for quite a while, maybe even 5-6 hours. Some say that an average sized meal is completely absorbed by the body in like 8 hours, and only then you can say you are in a fasted state. And obviously, the bigger the meals are, and my meals are pretty big. I eat from whole foods, somewhere around 1800 calories. Again, my meals contain a lot of fiber, a lot of whole food proteins, a lot of also all the other stuff, a lot of whole food fats, fibers, protein, and it takes a while to digest that meal, and that's probably why I'm not hungry for till my bedtime and the next morning. And so the amount of protein I'm eating, it's not just released instantaneously into my bloodstream. It is released over several hours. So my body is probably using quite a big portion of it. Plus, I don't have any signs of malabsorption or excretion of protein, no ammonia smell, and I'm training with weight quite a lot, and I have really great amount of muscle mass. And so if my body can only absorb 30 grams of protein per meal, then my body is probably pretty damn efficient at using those 30 grams that I'm eating for one meal to build the muscle, and to, of course, use the protein for all the other needs in the body, because we use proteins not just to build and maintain muscles. We use protein to build skin cells, your hair cells, your nail cells, your any tissue you need to rebuild, any hormone, any enzyme that your body needs for different chemical reactions. We need protein for all of that, and the capacity of your body to utilize protein for those needs, they never been tested, and I don't think we can test it at the moment. We can test how much muscle synthesis is, how much protein is used in muscle synthesis followed the meal with protein, but nobody ever measured it for other needs, like how much protein the body can utilize. Plus, the body can also use protein for energy, and it's the least efficient source. And probably if you want to lose fat and stay really lean, it's actually quite a good strategy to use some of the protein as energy source. Like, I have no idea how exactly my body uses protein, but I have, again, great amount of lean body mass, more than average person. And what else? And my blood sugar is stable. It never spikes, because I used to measure it after my meals. And I'm really lean and full of energy, and protein also. Meals high in protein helps you to keep yourself satiated. So I don't know what's happening in my body, but it seems that it's using all the protein that I'm giving it. So that was the protein question. If you have any questions, guys, by the way, reach out on my Instagram, on Quora, on Twitter, using my email that you can find in the show notes. And if I don't know the answer, I will do the research, or will point you to the study, to the research that we have at the moment, and then you can draw your own conclusions about any question that you have. So that was the protein question, and now to the next question. The question is, what happens if one does not meet the required amounts of minerals on a ketogenic diet? Again, what happens if one does not meet the required amounts of minerals on a ketogenic diet? And my answer on Quora was, it doesn't matter what diet you are on if you don't meet requirements of a human body for certain minerals, vitamins, or other necessary compounds, essential amino fatty acids, you will have adverse or negative health effects, some sort of malfunctioning or disease. There is no magic diet. I actually, guys, made a whole post about that on a magic diet. Food. Do you believe in magic? No matter what diet you are on, nobody canceled your requirements for essential vitamins and minerals, fatty and amino acids. So be that keto, be that paleo, be that raw vegan, be that plant-based, if you don't know how to satisfy your nutrition needs as a human being, then you're going to have negative health effects. And again, it doesn't matter what diet you are on. You might have the lowest blood sugar, and your ketone bodies might be off the charts, but it doesn't cancel your need to get your vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C. It doesn't cancel any of that. So as a human being, you need to make sure that from your meal plan, your diet, whatever that diet or meal plan is, you are getting those nutrients that our body needs. And the beauty of a human body is that it's highly adaptable. So you don't need to be on a certain diet or eat the foods that I eat, but you for damn sure need to make sure that you are getting all the vitamins, minerals, essential fatty and amino acids, and God knows who else. We don't know everything about human body yet, what else you might need. But your best bet is to have some idea of the nutrition needs that our body has. You need to make sure using, coaching service, like you might ask for help from someone like me. You might also use certain apps or websites. There are good ones where you can track. My favorite is checkyourfood.com. So it's a great service. You can put in, they have a huge database, put in all your food and it will show you what you are low on. And you do it a few times, and then at least you know what foods give you what nutrients and what you tend to go low on, and you can supplement when necessary and sufficient, and a lot of other things. But yeah, as a human being, no matter what diet you choose, no matter what foods you choose, you need to make sure you are getting the essential vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients in the best absorbable form. So that's an answer to that question. By the way, some people ask what diet I'm on. I'm on a ketogenic diet, targeted ketogenic diet, meaning after my workouts and every single day I have some sort of workout or exercise practice, I eat my one meal a day, and I usually have more carbohydrates than what is considered classical keto macronutrient split. So I usually would have somewhere around 50-60 grams of carbohydrates, but with that of course comes a lot of fiber, and it all comes from whole foods. And it seems like I'm in ketosis quite often, no matter whenever I measure it in the mornings before my meals, I'm always in ketosis. So every day I hit it, and then I might get out of it after my meal with berries. I love eating berries, but after several hours I'm back into that. And from all my practice and all the evidence I have, it seems like that's the best practice. So now to the next question, and the next question is, what is the best diet to lose a couple of stones? If you're not familiar with the term stones, usually it means a couple of pounds or a couple of kilos. So what is the best diet? Well, first and foremost, guys, the best diet is the one you can keep, the one you can do until you reach your goal. That is ultimately the best diet for you. And different diets, different ways of eating or reducing the amount of food you eat or the amount of energy available to your body, like different things work for different people. So when I work with people, there is always something unique about each person, something that makes them tick and they can stick to it, and that's when they get the best results. Most diets fail for a lot of people just because they're trying to do something. You might be trying to do something that doesn't work for your lifestyle, that doesn't work for your schedule, that doesn't work for your personality type. Like if you're on some diet and you're eating foods that you hate, you're not going to be staying on that diet for long, guys, and that diet is going to fail you. So the best diet is the one that you can keep. But besides that, sticking with 2-3 meals a day works for the majority of people, because if you're eating, well, first of all, there is no evidence showing that eating more frequently will in any way benefit your weight loss efforts. There is no such study. Frequent meals a day works for bodybuilders and professional athletes. For other people, it's just more management of things, not more decisions, not less. So 2-3 meals a day. Why I recommend this is because then you have to make less decisions about your meals, and there is less chance that you're gonna overeat the energy and foods that compromise your weight loss efforts. So 2-3 meals a day as a routine, as a practice, works for weight loss. Sticking to balanced whole food meals, eating your fibrous vegetables, eating your protein, eating sufficient amount of healthy fat, and having protein, vegetables, healthy fats, fiber for each of your meals, that will help you with satiety, that will slow down your digestion, that will keep you fuller for longer, and automatically it will be much easier for you to consume less calories. That's why I recommend to stick to balanced meals. And balance means you have the sufficient amount of everything, your proteins, your fats, carbohydrates. I would suggest you, if you're someone trying to lose weight, lose fat, stick to fibrous vegetables or fibrous sources of carbohydrates, like, for example, sweet potatoes and other tubers. I also love to include some berries, like, for example, raspberries. Blackberries have a lot of fiber also, and quite like low in calories and carbohydrates. Anyhow, stick to balanced meals every time you eat, and stick to whole foods. That works the best for weight loss from my practice. Keep the amount of food in check. Realize, guys, that at the end of the day, it's still an energy equation. Like, nobody really knows how your body works with energy in, energy out. But I can tell you that if you just eat, whatever, as much as you want, even if you eat the healthiest foods actually, but you still eat too much for your energy needs, you're not going to be losing weight no matter what magic foods you are eating. So just understand that and keep the amount in check, especially of those oils and butters and liquid calories. Those like really can add up quickly and can compromise your weight loss, fat loss journey. Like, liquid calories in fats that you use for cooking, they just accumulate so fast and you don't notice them. They don't add much volume to your meals. And the last but not least, never skip protein, guys, especially if you are a girl. Actually, females tend to forget about proteins, and there is something about protein. Again, every reaction, every process that our body goes through or does, it requires protein. And plus, you need to maintain lean body mass. And when you maintain more lean body mass, it's easier for you to stay lean and to lose fat. And protein is the most satiating nutrient, and it takes the most amount of energy to digest, and you get the least amount of energy from whole food protein. So never skip protein. Always make sure that every of your balanced meal have good portion, meaning containing 20-30 grams of actual protein, or basically it's somewhere around, on average, 6 ounces piece of meat or fish, or somewhere around 4 eggs, 3-4 whole eggs. That's the amount of protein you probably want to hit per meal. If you are, if you're not a bodybuilder or professional athlete, none of that. So that's like the best diet. The best diet is the one that works for you, that you can stick with. Would also work sticking with 2-3 meals a day, not snacking, not many meals. Sticking to balanced whole food meals, so you have your proteins, your fats, your veggies with a lot of fiber, your carbohydrates. Keep the amount in check. Don't forget that energy still matters, and never skip protein. So that's the diet that, from my experience and from all the evidence, seems to work the best for the most people. The next one. The question was, if I've already eaten my daily calories, will eating 500 grams of chocolate, or 500 grams of chocolate, or basically like 5 chocolate bars, equate to 500 grams of a weight gain? So, and the question was from Cameron, and I'm answering. Weight gain or weight loss is a very complex mechanism. Our body doesn't count calories like some calorie burning machine they use to figure out the energy balance released when you burn certain foods. Not only that, but our metabolism is very fluid and flexible, and it changes all the time depending on what you do in life, what time of the day it is, where those calories come from, how active you are, in what metabolic state you are, how many fat cells you have. Plus, the body And that is very important, guys. Listen carefully. The body can't turn grams of food, of any food, directly into grams of body fat. Like nobody's metabolism work like that. Like nobody does it. Nobody's body does that. If you eat surplus of calories, your body still has to digest it, to absorb it, and then to redistribute it. And in one single meal, there is a limit at how much fat you can create. And again, the body never creates fat from food. Like even if you eat pure fat, your body will not make body fat from that. The body doesn't work like that. So yeah, those surplus calories above your energy needs, they will not be used to put on fat. Like in any case, it's not possible. That's not how our body works. And to that question, guys, you want to understand, once again, I want to focus your attention on that our digestive system is quite complex. It doesn't just burn stuff. It metabolizes stuff. Your body uses things for different purposes. And what purpose it's going to be used for, it depends on what needs your body has at the moment. When you eat, like, do you have a lot of energy available? Do you have none available? Did you train before that? Are you stressed or are you relaxed? All these and so many other factors affect the way your body absorbs nutrients from your food. If you have some sort of digestive issue and your digestion doesn't work properly at all, guess what? Your body will not be able to digest and absorb a lot of nutrients. Our digestive system, again, very complicated, and how you personally digest and absorb food will depend on many factors. So never think that our stomach, our the whole digestive system with our gut bacteria and everything, our digestive system starts in your mouth and it ends in your anus. And so that mechanism is a very complicated thing. It's not a calorie burning machine. So that's the point that I wanted to make here. And the last question, last but not least, how can one reduce one's appetite on days that one practices intermittent fasting? So basically, how can you be less hungry practicing intermittent fasting? I've been doing intermittent fasting for many, many years. Not so much because, it got popular or it got a lot of science backing it up, but because I always loved big meals, and after a big meal, you're usually not hungry for quite a while. And so I would have, 1-2 bigger meals, and then I would naturally not be hungry and not eat. So that's just naturally what I would do. And now, it seems like intermittent fasting is really amazing for our gut health, for our metabolic health, for longevity, and for so many other things. And so how not to get hungry? Well, there are a few tried and proven methods that I worked through with my clients and I tried on myself. And so some of them are, first of all, have well-balanced meals when you eat. Don't starve yourself continuously. And that's how you can easily stick to intermittent fasting. If you are getting everything your body needs during your meals, then it's much easier to fast than if you're just having unbalanced meals and hungry all the time and stressed about it all the time. So having good quality, well-balanced meals with carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, all the vitamins, nutrients, everything that your body needs, that's your first tool to reduce the amount of hunger you feel on intermittent fasting. The second thing, guys, understand that it takes practice, just like with any habit, your body adjusts to certain things, to certain habits. So it might seem hard to fast a lot. Like for me, it was before hard to, for example, fast 18 hours every single day. Now I have one meal a day with no problems, and I basically fast for 21-22 hours every single day, and it doesn't feel like a lot of work. Maybe because I improved the nutrition composition of my meals, maybe because I'm better at managing my stress, my eating behaviors, my foods, who knows? But my body adjusted and now it's really easy. So changes take time, and I would start something more manageable at first, maybe not even 16 hours, maybe start with even, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours if you're someone who is used to eating from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Start small, start to the next goal that seems doable to you. And then once your body get used to that, then you can do something else. But then there are other important aspects of intermittent fasting that has to do with your attention management. What do I mean by that? Well, I used to make this mistake. I would intermittent fast and I would go shopping for the next day meal today, right? For example, I had my last meal at 4 or 5 o'clock and I wanted to fast till the next day somewhere around noon. But then at night I would go shopping for the foods for the next day and I would start planning in my head all the meals that I would have the next day, and it would always, almost 100% would sabotage my fast when I do that. So the advice, the lesson from there that works for many, many people: don't go shopping while fasting. Go shopping right before your meal, or go shopping once a week when you're not planning to fast for a long time. So go shopping, plan all your meals, get done with that, and then eat your food and then fast. So when you fast, especially if you are a beginner, don't go shopping. Also, don't start cooking. Don't hang around people eating, cooking, especially foods that you are attracted to, that you love. That is like what your brain sees and pays attention to, what you smell, what you see. That's going to affect your behavior, whether you want it or not, whether you are consciously aware of that or not. That's how our body works. So especially if you're someone who is just starting out this intermittent fasting practice, again, don't go shopping while fasting. Don't watch cooking shows. Don't plan your meals. Don't cook. Don't hang around people watching them eat. Don't go to cafeterias and restaurants where there is a lot of smell. Try to avoid food related stimulation as much as possible. That is guys a huge factor for success with intermittent fasting that a lot of people just underestimate. Figure out how you can create environment around you so you are exposed to food as little as possible, at work, at home, no matter where you are. If you used to walk by maybe a cafeteria where you get food sometimes, or maybe there is good food and it smells good, so walk some other way to work, to school, or wherever you need to go. Avoid food related stimulation, cues, smells, sights of food, thoughts of food as much as possible. Again, don't go shopping, don't cook, don't hang around people eating. You can do all of that when you're not fasting. And from that comes another advice, guys. If you're someone who likes to share meals with your family and it's an important part of your day for you, then don't try fasting while everybody is eating and you enjoy this experience. And the lesson here is, don't try to build your life around your fasting. Build your fasting around your life. So if family dinners is something that you truly enjoy and you'd like to keep, then eat your dinner and fast in the morning. Or maybe you're not a dinner person, but you do love your breakfast. Then finish your food earlier and then have your breakfast. A lot of people confuse intermittent fasting with skipping breakfast. No, it's just prolonging your eating window. Some people skip dinner, some people skip breakfast. It's still intermittent fasting. The total amount of fasted hours, that's what matters. So you can skip dinner, you can skip breakfast, depends what works best for you, and when you're the least hungry, when you feel like you're missing out the least, and when you're surrounded with the least amount of food related, like cues and signs, smells, etc. So don't build your life around your fasting, build your fasting around your life. And that's another secret to fasting. And the last but not least, just stay busy. guys, when you need to fast, get productive with doing other things. Get work done, get project done, go and work out, do a lot of other things, and sip tea, sip unsweetened, black coffee, water, maybe flavored sparkling. That's another thing that I love doing when quite often. I love sparkling with zero sweeteners, zero calories, sparkling waters. My favorite is Perrier with lemon flavor, or any other really. Just make sure that there is no stevia, no sucralose, no other sweeteners, just plain water with some aroma of a lemon or other fruit, maybe peach. So to sum it up, the intermittent fasting, how you do it, will first understand that it takes time to get used to that and start small and build up from there. Changes take time. While fasting, don't go shopping, don't go cooking, eating, planning food, watching TV show about food. Don't hang around restaurants and cafes, cafeterias. So try to expose yourself as little to food as possible. Don't build your life around fasting, build your fasting around life. Make sure that it fits nicely into your lifestyle. That another key to success with fasting, so it doesn't compromise your social life. And then just keep yourself busy while fasting. That's my best advice that comes from a lot of years of coaching practice, my personal practice of intermittent fasting, my personal lots and lots of failures on intermittent fasting. Like I used to try stop eating by 3 p.m. and I failed so many times until I figured out how to do it, to make it work for myself personally. And that meant not eating certain trigger foods, not going shopping at night, a lot of things. We are all individuals, and again, we need to just find that hack that helps us to stick with the habits that we know benefit us a lot. So that's it for today, guys. Q&A episodes from Quora all over the world and all over the web. If you have any questions, reach out on any social media, on my email that you can find in the show notes, or some way else that you can find. If you find these episodes, this podcast useful, if it helped you, then please share it with someone else you know today. Because if it helped you, if you are enjoying it, and you know that there is a person, that person who this can help to, then share the podcast with them. Because together, let's make the world better, smarter, for all of us. So I'm here to help you with my knowledge, sharing my experience, my personal and my professional experience, and all my geeky research into the world of food, healthy eating, healthy living. So I want to help you as much as possible, and share this podcast with someone you think it can help, someone you think it can improve their life. So share this, please. It will mean a world to me. And thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time, for your questions, for your praise. Have an amazing weekend. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.